Ace Magashule seated next to me. He is the leader of the African Congress Transformation, ACT for short. Mr. Magashule, good evening to you, and it's good to have you here.
Oli.
Already there is a headline today about your performance in the Free State in particular, and the headline goes that that has now been shattered, that quote-unquote pipe dream has been shattered. What do you have to say for yourself?
There is no pipe dream, Koli, but before I say anything, let me greet your viewers out there and thank all the voters in the country. Peaceful elections, wonderful. That's what South Africa needs. Pipe dream, no. The votes have been rigged in the Free State in huge numbers.
Okay, that's a very serious accusation against the IEC because that's who conducts these elections. Have you lodged a complaints?
Kole, in terms of code of conduct, the rules of IEC, we have to lodge any objections, complaints before 9 o'clock today. We have done so because even lawyers advised us that collect all the information, lodge it before we go to court so that we are not seen as spoilers. We want free and fair elections in the country. I can tell you what you see on the screen does not reflect what is on the ground there in terms of the election results from our party agents, some even from the IEC.
Let's assume that these allegations of rigging were not the subject matter. Do you think you would have taken the Free State?
We have performed very well in the Free State. As the Western Cape parties are calling for a recount, let's just do the recount and go town by town, as I will show you, because that's what we have reported to IEC blow by blow, point by point. If IEC can allow us to do a recount, a can of worms is going to be opened and South Africans are going to be surprised. I know we have performed very well in the Free State. There is no way in the Free State, in Mangaung, we'll get 800 votes out of 134,000, where we have the support.
Let me say this. Nationally, I'm looking at your numbers. ACT has amassed 16,992 votes. That's a 0.1%. That's the national picture. You put that against the performance of someone, let's put it this way, someone who politically would be regarded as akin to the same league as you when you were both in the ANC, Jacob Zuma, the MK party, is doing something that no one expected. Do you regret not throwing your lot with him?
No, Cody. Let's do the recount and South Africans will know the truth. We're not just trying to be out there in the public. We will be playing with the what of our people. Let's just do the recount. You'll see that what I'm talking about. Let me cite one example. In one VD, we get 300 votes. What is registered here is 30. The same IEC with their own results in the area called Malutia Pofu. Now I'm going to details of what we have given IEC. Their results, which they have given to us in terms of the election result slips, does not reflect what they have put here in terms of Malutia Pofu.
Yeah.
Completely. In Excelsior, all the ballots are not there. The ballot boxes are there, yeah. The ballots are not there. And there we have a stronghold. 98% of the community, not just voters of that area, are completely ACT members.
Yeah.
There is no way, Koli, they will go and vote any other party.
Let me say this. If indeed your complaints, and I'm not going to, by the way, challenge them because I have no such capacity. Mine is to simply ask you questions. If indeed ACT was performing so well that now you are citing allegations of rigging because they possibly, jealous of Ace Magashule and his performance in his hometown. Let me say this, Mr. Magashule. You are not even in the top 5. I've looked at the top 5. Do you know which party is number 5?
Deliberately
Patriotic Alliance.
Deliberately so, my brother. Just allow the recount to happen. You will see what is happening in that province.
So let me then say this on the back of that. Do you think this is the people of the Free State essentially telling you about the legacy you have left in that province after running it for a very long time?
No. In one station, maybe I should not mention it here. In one station, I've shown you the presiding officer in one of the town with ballot papers in her office, marking the ballot papers. I've shown you one of the election result slips where our members refused, party agents refused to sign. It's not one, it's many. I can go town by town. In my town, they know that they couldn't do that. The results there are very open and very clear. Yeah. The rest of the province, I can tell you, just allow us, South Africans, IEC, just do a recount. Okay. And we can't lie. We can't come here and publicly we tell all South Africans that, hey, something is irregular that side.
Yeah. That said, Mr. Magashule, the legacy that you've left in the Free State province, in your own words, how would you sum it up?
The media has been going with me to the Free State, almost covered all parts of the Free State during the campaign, even before that, as they attend the case. They know what people think about our legacy, because I was not leading as an individual. There was a collective around me, but I was leading. I've left the right thing. The legacy will remain forever in the hearts and minds of our people in that province.
I put it to you, it's a rejection. The very fact that you're not in the top 5, that's a rejection.
That is not so.
Of those roofs?
That is not so, Cody. That is not so. You can even go to a town called Friede and check our performance there, where you talk about the Friede dairy and whatever. Go to Mangaung, where they say out of 134,000, we've got 8,800. That is not the case. IEC just open up the process. Let South Africans see what is actually happening there. In one of the stations, a leader of the ANC was found with the presiding office, captured on video. We're not talking stories, we're talking facts.
Well, people of South Africa have yet to see those, and they will wait on the IEC to pronounce on that. So we've spoken about your legacy.
We don't just want AIC to pronounce. If we have to go to court, I think we'll follow what others intend doing. But for now, we're giving the IEC to hear our case and tell South Africans whether we are lying or whether they have found what we are actually talking about.
All right. What do you think is the message that's being sent out of this election? For the very first time since 1994, the ANC likely to come under 50%. And I'm using the word likely very carefully here, given what the projections have said, that it's a done deal. What message do you think South Africans are sending to the leadership of the ANC?
I think South Africans are tired to be lied to. South Africans are tired to be promised. South Africans are tired to be used because during elections, probably people go out and employ a lot of people. We have seen it in Gauteng, we have seen it in the Free State. There is a Helayalo Spani in the Free State. They employ people. I can tell you, they employ them for 3 months. They have done so 2 weeks before elections in the Free State. that's buying people, that's buying votes. It's not an allegation, it's something which is there. So people are just rejecting all these promises or commitments for the last. I don't want to say the ANC has not done anything. The ANC has done certain things right, but from 2017 until today, the ANC has never actually done anything except load shedding, except water shedding, except job losses, except privatizing state-owned enterprises, except that they refuse to implement resolutions of the ANC conference itself, the highest decision-making body. But I don't want to talk on behalf of the ANC. I don't want even to talk bad about the ANC. I think it's a complete rejection of the African National Congress, and I think it's a wake-up call for the ANC, the then glorious movement of the people of South Africa.
It's interesting you choose the year 2017, but we're going to have to leave it there because